Hey there, internet friends. Welcome back to another episode of Trevor Plays Baldur's Gate 3. Sitting down today with the finale of the game, or part 2 of the finale, I imagine is probably how I labeled these out. We did, in the last time, we kind of started climbing our way up here in the High Hall. And here we are at the Netherbrain's Brainstock, ready to head into the final battle. Are you ready to face the Netherbrain? Yes, we are. Don't fall! That'd be an embarrassing end to this story.
The crown of Carsus, the site of power, the site of domination.
That's it! We have to use the nether stones on the crown. It's the only hope we have.
Oh, you again.
My gods! I didn't think they were real. Not really.
I know you. I know everything about you. Your thoughts, your feelings, your weaknesses. And so do they.
All of our dream guardians.
Cast the spell on it!
Alright, hey, Astarion. What say you launch Roland's Firestorm on... Yeah, let's say on these three. It's the tower, Roland's Tower. Okay, yeah. Unsurprisingly, fire doesn't do a ton of damage on the dominated red dragon there, but let's go ahead and Misty Step and start making our way up here to the illithids that are up here at the end of this area.
Victory awaits.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead. Lae'zel, you were just gonna have a good fun time. Hopefully taking out some dragon stuff. Let's send whatever dragon slaying arrows we have your way. There we go, we got one. Send that to Lae'zel. Aberration slaying, humanoid slaying. You know, I can give you an aberration slaying arrow too, sure. Dang it, I can't tell where I need to send it. There we go. Oh, these can go to Lae'zel. Come on. Gonna hope that made it to her. Oh, and those bomb arrows too. Those will come in handy. You had all those, right, Astarion? There they are. Okay. So, let us hop over here. Launch an arrow of many targets there. Alright. Missed a couple there, but that's fine. Because you still got a few other shots. Dragon slaying. Of course you missed there, that was a waste. Action surge. Let's do a bit more. Goading attack on the Emperor. Alright. Let's try goading attack on the dragon then. That's saved, fine. But still, did a decent chunk of damage on them. Okay. Karlach, let's have you call forth... actually, yeah, let's... No. Go ahead and leave you... Go ahead and cast haste on yourself. And rage. Oh, that was dumb. That was a waste of the haste.
Heading out.
Forgot that rage is gonna just turn that off. Oh well. Just go ahead and keep dashing up that way. You're not concentrating on anything, right? No. Yeah, go ahead and turn into a displacer beast. And then you can go ahead and dash all the way over this way. Oh, son of a bitch. Alright, guess we're coming down here. There you go, now you're free. And everybody else can just bring it the F on. Gonna get a whole bunch of magic missiles launched at all of us. Sure.
Witness perfection. Key to it.
No, I don't think I will.
Yes, here.
Yeah, you know, that'll be nice. Go ahead. Excellent. Silence, so you can't use the magic missile next time around. So, no.
Under their noses.
Yeah,
Go on.
launch a barrel at that guy. There we go. And hey, with all that flammable powder there, let's go ahead and launch one of these things now too. Take that, Lithid Arcanist. Alright. Yeah, go ahead and burn that illusory copy. There. And keep making your way up this way. And go ahead and just keep on dashing.
Another step forward.
Bust out my old friend, the Dance Macabre. Bring my own allies into the mix. Oh,
By will or by force, you will join us.
nice shot, Orpheus. Dang it. Stop stunning my guys.
take control of the Netherbrain. Get to the crown and cast the spell. Now!
I will not know failure.
Alright, well, that was
Yes.
annoying-ish.
Want another?
Great work there.
Incoming.
Yeah, go ahead and grab a potion of greater healing, that's fine. What do I want to do with you? Yeah, just go ahead and burn a couple temp quips on this guy.
Time to press ahead.
Hello, big old red dragon. I'm going to just hang out here, but let... You want to come help out, Aelin?
Moon above and stars beside.
Great. Wait, where did she... Okay. I was like, where did she go? She's still there. And... Yeah. Oh, damn it.
This is the only outcome.
Oh, well, that's extra annoying. Okay, Astarion, you're not stunned anymore, right? Great. So... let's go ahead and... give a big old... Arrow Ilmater against the Emperor. Damn it. What a waste. Alright. Going to see if I can take you out first. Excellent.
You bow or you break.
Okay.
This is gonna feel good. I'm going to enjoy this.
Yeah. One more for you. Damn shield. There. We'll do that then. Well, at least you're just attacking the fake displacer beast. So I'm okay with that, Aelin. But, you know, feel free to break out of your spell anytime. Oh, you did break out of the spell. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, where's your sword? Go get your sword again. That works too. Just punching a dragon. Alright, that guy's down. Oh, and apparently that knocked out Orpheus out of that form as well. Okay. Let's go ahead and just... a good old... Hey, excellent. We stunned the Emperor. Get wrecked, Emperor. Screw you, stupid guy. Nope, Flame Strike isn't going to help me there. So instead... You know, Astarion, you mind if I borrow your Cone of Cold? If... Oh no, I got my own I can use. Okay. There we go. Yeah, that's not hitting Aelin. Yeah, the Nautiloid's going to pop up. Fine. Alright, Astarion. First things first, go ahead and heal yourself up, please. There you go. And yeah, feel free to go ahead and just get a stab in on this guy.
Time to strike.
There you go, Lae'zel. You took out a red dragon. That's gotta feel good, right? Hello. Goodbye.
Let's go with fire, baby. Soldier.
Oh no, go. Actually, I don't want you to move it, I want you to equip it. Alright, whatever. We will just... Is it... I didn't know I have 2 forms of dash. That's weird. Goodbye, Emperor. Alright. Get over here. And that's it. So I gotta just do next time.
Sometimes the only way out is through.
Okay.
Breathe deep and move.
I'll head up this way. And let's go ahead and bring in our owlbear friend.
Time to fight, my owlbear friend. You can open us.
There we go. I'm gonna have a bit of a wasted turn, since I need Orpheus to open the way to Karsus. Well, damn it, that was annoying.
Time to strike.
Cool. And yeah, be good for you to have fly too.
Let's go.
And just since we got the time to burn, go ahead and bring out, let's see. Oh yeah, we can do the Balm of the Moon Maiden. Okay, maybe wait until everybody's like in range, so never mind. Silver Harp Squadron. Harpers, do your thing, in case any other foes start to arrive. Or yeah, sure, just land there, right in a explosion zone. Okay, can't get all the way over there, so we'll go ahead and stay outside of the range of the attack. Yeah, just do crushing flight and hit that. Sure, hit that illithid. Heck yeah. And now just beat the crap out of it. Alright, cast Compulsion of Karsus. Wanna bet?
This is it! Keep the enemy away until the brain is completely subdued!
At the ready.
Before I do that, let me go ahead and dash so I can get over, get a little bit better range on these guys. Even if it's going to leave me in the splash zone, that's fine. Because I just heal so many people. And give people 10 hit points. And that lets me get out of the splash zone. Alright, well, yeah, I don't know why the Harpers just decided to land right in one of the target zones, but, you know, whatever. Alright, yep, gotta just wait until the portal opens, so we'll do that, I guess. I could have called forth more allies. Just bring everybody into the fight.
Now this is my happy place.
Now I'll use the Bomb of the Moon Maiden, because I got 6 targets, so we'll do me, Karlach, Lae'zel, Orpheus doesn't need it. I mean, most of my characters probably don't need it, really. And hey, Dame Aylin's just in the range. Great. Already casting it on Astarion. So there, sure, you guys can benefit too. Just hella heals. Great. What is Abjure enemy going to do? Frighten, disadvantage and stuff? Okay. Multi-attack. Take that. Okay. So now we can enter.
The brain is weakened. This is our chance.
Even bound, its will is stronger than anything you've ever felt. The chains shake, threatening to break at any moment.
It's vulnerable, but not defeated. Use the portal. We will bring it down together. Absolute freedom! Its will is weakening. The brain is almost defeated.
Bouncing back and forth between wherever the next bit is.
Now we can destroy its true self.
Okay. Cool. I can get in there now.
This is it. Its will is weakening.
Yeah, let's go ahead and take advantage of one of my Misty Steps. Just get straight on down there. So Spirit Guardians can do their damage. And then I can... hit you with a Flame Strike. Nope. Sorry. Didn't mean to hit you, Orpheus. Didn't realize. My bad. Weird flashing between the locations.
It will break you.
Negation, okay. Gotta duck away from that pretty quick. Alright, Asterion, yeah, hop in there.
There you are, you wretched thing. Time to die. Be quick.
Go ahead and use your Rays of Fire. Okay, Lizelle, your turn.
It's time to destroy the Netherbrain and end the Grand Design. No time to waste.
Let's have you also shoot off your Rays of Fire. Perfect. Alright, Karlak, now you.
Its will is weakening. The Netherbrain's ours.
Okay, Karlak. We have a Misty Step for you. Let's go ahead and use that. Get you right up close. And yeah, you know what? Let's just go ahead and have you just wail away. Alright. 4 health left, so Orpheus, fulfill your destiny.
Impossible. Pain. Fear. Terror. Reconsider. Assess. Implore. Surrender.
There. At last. It is subdued.
Spare me. Join me. Wield me. Become absolute.
And thus, I honor my mother's legacy. The grand design, once again, ended by my line.
The brain is on the cusp of its final thought, and it's taking all of Orpheus's strength to keep it there. An opportunity, perhaps.
Betray Orpheus, dominate the brain, become the absolute. No, we're not going to do that. We're going to do the good ending. Go ahead. Command the brain to destroy all tadpoles and then itself.
My master. I must obey. I must end.
Hopes, nightmares, and the screams of legions upon legions of unborn mythics. The pain rips through you, obliterating all thought, all feeling. Your tadpole burns in your brain. Silence. For the first time in a long time, your thoughts are entirely your own. And then, gravity.
Quick, everyone, cast Featherfall. Yeah, you get him, lady.
Everything you did, everything you sacrificed, it was worth it. For this.
can't feel the tadpole. It's gone. We're free!
My powers, they're draining. Just like Mizora said they would. A small price to pay in the grand scheme of things.
I should feel relieved, yet my blood still simmers.
And we didn't even have to turn into mind flayers to do it. Sorry, I didn't mean to, well, you know.
Even when my time in the prism stretched out like eternity, when escape seemed impossible, I never lost hope. I knew that my destiny was to liberate my people, to return to them triumphant. I was wrong. It seems I can only fulfill one part of my destiny. My people will be liberated, but I cannot return to them. Not like this. You helped me destroy that abomination. Now help me destroy myself. You must kill me. But first, Lae'zel, I need your promise. Carry my hope. Carry my burden. Call my dragons, Kulos and Kuthos, and ride to the Astral Sea. Destroy Vlaakith. Release our people. Be our future and our legacy.
You should do this, Lae'zel. Your people need you.
It will be done. I will never be free while my people are still bound by Vlaakith's chains.
Enough talk. Give me my freedom. Freedom from this form.
You're a mind flayer, but you're still you, aren't you?
Yes. But for how long? My mind screams. It will never stop until it has slipped away from me entirely. I will not be Gake. I did what I did to save my people. The rest is up to them. Someone else must rise within the ranks to lead the revolution against Vlaakith. Give me my freedom from this form. Release my soul to the astral seas, while I still have one to call my own.
Give Orpheus the honorable death he craves.
Githka Tavkim crashed.
Kulos! I can never forget you. Your name will be etched in our slates. You will be called Mlagir, Liberator. To the skies!
A reprieve from the Githyanki invasion.
for this day at least.
With the Githyanki gone, there's nothing left but the silence of the city, smoldering, waiting to be rebuilt. But it seems that Gale's mind is elsewhere.
The crown. It's somewhere in the Giontha. If I salvage the stones, I can reforge it. And once I have, I'll return it to Mistra. She'll cure me of my affliction. And I'll finally be free.
Better yet, you'll be her chosen again.
And a more deserving one this time around. If this adventure has taught me anything, is that there are things in this world far more valuable than power. Besides, I'm growing quite fond of this merry band of ours, but I'd quite like to see what happens to it. I'm sure Mistra will summon me soon enough, but until then, I propose we celebrate our victory the mortal way, with a drink in our hands and reckless abandon in our hearts.
Ah! That might be the smartest thing you've ever said, Gale. What do you think? Time for a quick one? Before the work begins again?
Celebration sounds perfect.
Let's not forget the wine. I want to flush out my brain, just to be completely sure the tadpole's gone.
I honestly don't mind what we do once we get to the... Ow! What the... Oh no. Oh God. Well, it was nice when it lasted. Ah! I'm sorry. I have to go.
It seems that's the end of Astarion's love affair with the sun. That'll be hard on him.
We did it, soldier. The city's going to be all right. And so are you. Engine's finally cooked. Held on just long enough. So, how'd I do?
You were spectacular in every way.
For you. And for the city, and for myself, and blah blah. But most of all, for you. Careful! Hot! How'd I do? Spectacular! Oh, it's the one thing I can't beat, isn't it? Same below as above. I love you. You. More than anything. I saw... Oh, what? Goodbye, son. Goodbye, sea. Goodbye.
No, stop. I won't allow this. Karlak, you're coming with me. Back to Avernus. We can't let her die. Not like this. Not now.
You can't.
Enough, Karlak. The three of us will make a new life in Avernus together. Or actually, yeah, Karlak, my love. Yeah, I don't need Will there. Karlak, my love, I can't watch you die. Will, I'll go with her. It should be me. You don't have the powers anymore, Will. You hang out here.
All right.
You help.
We have to go. Now. Hurry. I'm going to... don't have much time.
It's over. And it's all because of you. You, who were destined to become a thrall. Thanks to you, there will be no Illithid Empire, no Death God's tyranny. You have earned your place amongst the legends of the Sword Coast. You are the saviors of Baldur's Gate.
Well, soldier, here we are. It worked. My engines calmed down. I shouldn't have let you come here. This isn't going to be easy, you know. Zariel's going to come at us with everything she's got. Gods, like clockwork. They'll be on us soon, but there's just enough time. Thought I was done with these. But then, there was you. Imps are fast, but careless. Don't let them tire you out. Just get rid of them. And don't forget, you asked for this. Better let these fuckers know I'm back. And this time, I'm not alone.
Invitation came, you were hip deep in Lemior's slime, swarmed by hell wasps, and about to drive the killing blow on a magma claw. Cutting through the dreadful buzz of the wasps and the screams of the damned, a familiar, comforting voice echoed in your mind. Withers, he requested your attendance in Faerun, to gather with your friends and allies, those who stood against the Absolute at your side. A reprieve from the Blood War. A few hours of respite with the stars above and good company to cheer you. Karlach's heart can take the strain of leaving Avernus for a few short hours, but it might burst with joy to see those friends again.
Thou wert called here, some from above, some below. For with thine bond, together thou hast kept the wheel of fate spinning when it threatened to halt. Though thou wert drawn far apart in the months after the collapse of the Absolute, tonight, fate renews thy bond once more. Thou shouldst take care to preserve it. It is a great weapon, wielded in the hand of good. Go. Know one another once more.
It was fun, because I definitely haven't gotten to do this before.
Now there's a face I know well indeed.
I wanna be able to speak with animals. Speak with animals. All right. Yeah, sure. Let's talk to Volo first.
Ah, my dear friend, it's been an age, has it not? You're looking very well indeed. Our skeletal friend will be very pleased to see I found my way here, despite my invitation getting lost in the post.
It's wonderful to see you, Volo. How have you been?
Busy as ever. Better that than the reverse, wouldn't you say? Every major publishing house on the Sword Coast has been vying for my upcoming book on the subject of our adventures together. I've gotten quite good at replicating your signature, so you needn't even bother with the release form. You might help me with the title, though. I'm considering The Hero and Me. What do you think?
Yeah, no, we'll say it. I love it. I love it.
I knew you would. Perhaps once the manuscript is finished, you'd even be willing to write a foreword? Or better yet, I'll write a draft and you can just sign your name. Better still, I'll sign it for you.
Perfect,
your
Volo.
success really has been wonderful for my reputation. But you mustn't let me hog your attention all night, my friend. You've many friends to chat to, and I'd love to listen in.
Nice. We can wear whatever we want. Lovely. What do I have equipped? Oh, I've got the hot pants.
Seems pretty red, but not even close.
You did great, Owlbear. Let me see if I can get a. We can figure out how to get a speak with animals. Yeah, I don't have anything here.
I have missed this place. And these people. Well, some people. You see, Boo? I told you our friend was near.
Any speak with animal potions around? Anywhere? Anywhere help?
A most welcome sight.
Oh, a chest of grateful words. Lovely. Get little letters from the people who aren't here. Official guild letter. To the heroes of the realm, we have followed your adventure closely from the day you fell to that doomed nautiloid to the final blow you struck the Netherbrain as it loomed over the Sword Coast. We are but a humble guild who prides ourselves in telling stories not unlike the tales to be written of you in the many years to come. How inspired we have been to witness your feats, awesome and terrible, the lives you saved and sundered, the friendships you found. Thus, we thought to extend a greeting to thank you for adventuring with such creative determination, such panache, enough to touch the hearts of each of our number. With deepest gratitude, the Guild of Great Genius. Letter from Barkus. Hey, Barkus. To whom it may concern. Withers gave me this address and said I could consider writing. Thus, an update. The Ironhand gnomes are nearly beyond help, but I've managed to yoke them into something resembling a coherent force for innovation. We've been hired to assist in the city's reconstruction, and our steam-powered object motorations are helping to move building supplies in every part of the city. It's nothing, really. I am well. I trust you are too. We deserve it, after all, don't we? Barkus Root. Letter from Art. Oh, I didn't help him. Yeah, no. Yeah, Art Cola. Oh no, Arcula is he was the one that we helped bring Thaniel back.
Lest I lose control and slip into bear form.
To an old acquaintance, I write to you from the sunny porch of the Last Light Inn. A light breeze blows now and then. People are milling in and out, builders, visitors, the children of all ages in Halsin's care. I can no longer hold a quill or eat without assistance. A kind friend is transcribing this for me. Thaniel, rejoined with Oliver, has promised to be with me when the end comes. And as our old songs drift on the wind even louder, I know I have mere days left. But I do not fear it. If not for your help, this land would still be shrouded in darkness, and I'd still be lost within it. Know that my heart is full and happy, and I am grateful for my last moments. Do visit someday, and if you have time to stop by an old Flaming Fist's grave, I know I'd love to see you. Art Culla. Letter from Valyria. Salutations. I'm writing to request your help with a mysterious case that has arisen since our little Balian bash half year ago. Regrettably, I have had to take the credit for dispelling the Ball cult, in your absence, you understand, and am working on the routing to, the remaining Ballists from our fair city, with the newly promoted Blaze Devella Fountainhead in tow, of course. This has made me a target. A false document bringing my name into ill repute has been made public, an alleged unpaid bar tab in the elf song. If you happen to be passing through with a bindle of coin, perhaps you could persuade management on my obvious innocence? Much obliged. Investigator Valyria, Sleuth of Helm. P.S. Any advice on getting Ballist blood out of the cloth? My hat has not been the same since the murder tribunal. Letter of Ravengard. Hero of Baldur's Gate, vanquisher of the Absolute, city is forever in your debt, for without your valor, your audacity, your sacrifice, it would not know renewal. It is not temples and inns and homes... Shut up, Will, I'm reading. It is not temples and inns and homes that I speak of, but hearts. Baldur's Gate can never be the city it was before it suffered the Absolute's touch, and that is as it should be. The survivors have borne witness to their homes' near destruction. They have come to regret turning a blind eye to the cruelty Gortash disguised as safety and security, as they understand, just as I have come to understand, that trust, compassion, and unity are the foundation of Baldur's Gate. Our gates are open once more to the disowned and displaced. The Flaming Fist will learn to be true servants of the people, and I will devote myself to ridding the gate of the shameful fears that allowed evil to enter our homes and sit at our tables. Yours, Older Ravengard. Letter from Arabella, yay! Hey you, it's Arabella. You remember me, right? Bone Man said I needed to find balance, where creation meets ruin, where morning meets midnight, the root of all being. Fancy talk. He was right, though. After I touched that idol in the grove, it was like a big tree started to grow in my head, and all these weird thoughts and feelings and powers sprouted on its branches, like big black leaves. I had to figure myself out, so I followed the weave, like Bone Man said. I don't know how I knew what to do, I just did.
Fresh air. By the living gods, I needed it.
After you squished the brain, Beardman showed up. Alminster, got it. Said the weave led him to me, and me to him. He's teaching me how to make sense of all those leaves on my head tree. He said I needed to use magic responsibly. He also said not to call him Beardman. I'll let you know how it goes. Letter from Araj. My friend, no, my darling. Greetings from Menzo Baranzan, where the blood you so kindly traded... Oh, that's right, she's the blood dealer, okay. Where the blood you so kindly traded me is ready to play its part in resurrecting the glorious House Oblodra. From the moment I saw you, I knew you had power, and I knew that I could harness it. I knew that it could be mine. Soon I will ascend into the abyss my people call the Claw Rift, searching for my lost house in its depths. Will it be dangerous? Oh yes, most dangerous. But don't fear, darling. Your strength will see me through. I will find the ruins of my house, and I will emerge again. It will be as a matron mother of House Reborn. All thanks to you. All thanks to power in your blood. Until we meet again, my darling. Araj Oblodra, master of the sanguine arts. Letter from Sebastian. After so long in a vampire's cell, I'd almost forgotten how to write, never mind what to write. But what can you say to the person who unlocked your cage and gave you your life back? Or gave us some kind of life at least? After you killed Cazador and opened our cells, we fled into the Underdark. There were thousands of us, a ravenous wave, mad with freedom and out for blood, and gods did we find blood. We swarmed every monster and unfortunate in our path, drinking what we could. We lost hundreds along the way, some to beasts, but most just disappeared into the dark. Wasn't easy, but eventually Cazador's house spawn calmed us and took control. They found some old ruins we could call home, and we've been there ever since, building new lives for ourselves. We're not free down here. The dark will chain us forever, but we aren't the prisoners we once were either. Thanks to you. You looked into our caves and saw people, not monsters. And here, down in the shadows, we're trying to live up to that. Thank you, now and forever, Sebastian. Letter from Floric. Dear friend, I doubted you for so long. Perhaps you knew that already, in spite of my best efforts, you proved yourself time and again at Joaquin's Rest, in Moonrise Towers, at Worm's Rock, and still I doubted. The Nether Beast's defeat should have proven your courage, yet I was more doubtful than ever. This was a ruse, a dream, a trick. And then one eve, from the elf song, I heard it, singing. A raucous, lewd, tuneless, drunken refrain. I'd never heard anything more terrible and more beautiful. I raised my voice and joined the chorus. That was the moment all my doubts melted away and were replaced with something more valuable. Hope. Baldur's Gate will be whole again. I might have doubted you, but you never did. With profound admiration, Floric. Alright, gonna take a break from reading the letters. And let's go talk with some people. If we can find any friends. Oh, there's Withers. I don't want to talk with him yet. Oh, he's got some nice goodies in here. A Book of Willing Souls. I don't know what that is. A neat list of Baldurians and the deaths that befell them, beneath an annotation from Withers. Souls snuffed out in the battle for Baldur's Gate. Perhaps some might deign to return should their city ever need again. Sovereign Ortholo, crushed by falling roof as he held the door for others to flee. Nancy D. charged a mind flayer that entered her granddaughter's room, died with her second-best scissors in its eye. Borelli Quickflint brought a nautiloid down over the bay. Well, good for them. Divine odds. What are divine odds? Okay. Alright, I'll talk to you in a little bit there, Withers. But I've still got plenty of friends to mingle with first. Hey, Astarion, good to see you out at night.
Not really. Hello, darling. I wasn't sure our withered old friend could live up to his promise. But here we are. And look at you. Straight from the hells, still reeking of brimstone. I take it you've been having fun.
Astarion, I could hug you.
Understandable, but try to resist the urge. I don't want to know what your clothes have been through since we last met. Although I do like the style. Tortured armor never does go out of fashion.
You're in a good mood. Have you been drinking? No, that's... The last time I saw you, you were running from the sun. What happened?
Exactly what I feared. Without the protection of our little friends, I was just an ordinary spawn again. Burning in the sun. I fled the dock and found refuge in the shadows until night fell. Part of me was relieved you left so quickly after the battle. I felt ashamed. Like I'd lost everything. Just as you claimed your victory. I didn't want you to see me like that. But time lent perspective. It wasn't your victory, it was ours. And for all I'd lost, I gained so much more. I had freedom, strength, a whole new life. And it was time to live it. I've taken a turn as an adventurer and hero. It turns out no one actually cares about murder, as long as you murder the right people. And apparently I'm rather good at it.
Oh, I could have told you that, yeah.
Yes, but you say all sorts of things. Honestly, I don't even listen half the time. It has made for a nice change, though. Inspiring hope in people, instead of terror. Well, I do try to inspire a little terror. I'm still me, after all.
Do you ever miss walking in the sun?
I did at first. But then I realized these shadows, this darkness, it's all a part of me. I spent too long defined by what other people did to me, the choices other people made for me. But that's over now. This is who I am, in all my glory, for better and for worse.
I'm glad to hear it. Acceptance looks good on you.
That being said, I haven't completely given up on returning to the sun. If the opportunity presented itself, well, I wouldn't say no. But until then, I am happy. We've had quite the journey, you and I. From the moment I first threatened you, I knew you were someone special. Someone to take on the world with. I will miss our time together. But then again, maybe this isn't goodbye. So much as it's, see you later, darling.
You made it! Now the revelry can truly begin.
Hey, Alson, how you doing?
I think someone of my vintage would be inured to the passage of time. Yet these past 6 months have seemed endless without your company. But now, our paths cross once more.
Let me guess, just as nature intended.
Just as I hoped they would, more like. The Oak Father has been kind to me this past while. Yet I cannot forget the bond we all forged together. It is one that can weather any distance, any passage of time. I know it can, for I feel the longing for old friends in my heart each day.
Sound like you need a hug.
I always do. Should I ever decline, assume a doppelganger has taken my place. That was more than worth the wait.
Oof, that's quite a squeeze you put on me, Halson.
Apologies. You can probably understand my eagerness. I shall be as gentle as a feather next time. Now, we have much to catch up on. Do not allow me to ramble on. I am eager to hear all you've been doing.
You first, Halson. I want to hear about the life you've made, the people you've helped.
In that case, very well. Our community grows rapidly. In 6 months, we have turned what was once a shadowy wasteland into a true home for all. In another 6 months, I would wager the scars of the past will be entirely invisible, even to those who remember them. The old masonry of Moonrise Towers and Wraithwind have been repurposed into new homes. And the land is rich with harvests and bountiful trees. Nature and civilization are in harmony. Stronger together.
Sounds wonderful.
It is, truly. Though a more complex, evolving beast than I could ever have anticipated. I spoke often of balance before. Only now do I realize the balance is no simple, fixed thing. We welcome folk from all walks of life. Anyone who wishes for a new start. Naturally, it can be chaotic at times, but it is a thrilling sort of chaos. It thrives in ways I could never have dreamed of.
I'll need to see the place myself.
You are welcome whenever you like, and for however long you please. Now, please, tell me all, and spare no details. I shall not lie. I have an ulterior motive in wishing to hear all. It is the children, you see. My charges. Their appetite for bedtime tales is greater than I could ever have anticipated. Another story, Daddy Halson. Another is the chorus that greets me each nightfall. They have all but exhausted my repertoire in but a few short months. No mean feat given the lifetime I have lived. I desperately need new material, please. My reputation is at stake.
I expect you'll have a few tales that will need to wait until they are older.
More than a few, I should think. At least I shall be equipped to explain the birds and the bees when the time comes. But I hope that time is quite a while off yet.
All right, let me see what I have.
I am all ears. Though I never cared for that phrase. A rather unsettling image.
Avernus has proven lively, but at least I have Karlak by my side. Her laugh parts the clouds.
I am glad you and Karlak have an enduring friendship. It shall serve as a strong lesson for the children, as well as a stirring tale. Now, it would be cruel of me to hoard you all to myself for the evening, as much as I would like to. I shall leave you to the others for now, unless there was anything else.
Tell me about Thaniel and Oliver. Do you see much of them?
Quite often. They come and go as they please, but with so many playmates to avail of, they are far from strangers. They ask after you often. What you did for them will never be forgotten. I can see it in the land all around me. But more importantly, I see it in their faces whenever they visit. To make a child smile is to dabble with the power of gods, as far as I'm concerned.
What of the Grove? Do you stay in touch?
On occasion, but I prefer not to interfere. Francesca of the High Forest is Archdruid now, and by all accounts, she has proven to be a steady and wise influence. Even Korga may yet find true balance, thanks to her influence.
All right.
Before you go, I have something for you. Just a little keepsake, really. Do you remember how I told you I like to whittle? I made this. Ducks are my favorite, but I thought they were particularly fitting in this case. They are migratory birds, of course, traveling far and wide with the turn of the seasons. Yet, they always find their way back to where they belong. Just like old friends find themselves back in each other's company.
It's lovely. Thank you.
Just a token to remember me by. Now, I've taken up enough of your time. Go on. Enjoy the festivities. We can speak again later.
Item received. A whittled duck. Duck whittled out of wood. It smells of the deep forest. I love that of the things I still have the Necromancy of Thaybook on me. Ooh, Jahira, let's talk to you.
Well now, you can make yourself presentable when you have a mind to.
I've learned a lot since we last met.
I'm glad the months have not been wasted. Particularly as I spent them cleaning up the mess we made of the city. Same twisting alleys for purse pickers. Same wooden buildings ready to get burnt by next year's dragon. Same cisterns overflowing. Huh.
It's a kip, but it's our kip. I wouldn't change a thing.
Baldurians simply get on with it. Stubbornness, civic spirit, plain stupidity. Perhaps all three. But nothing I will sniff at any longer. Harpers have come from half the world over to lend aid. Farmers, masons, healers. My own son, Jord, has been wooed to their ranks. Already he plans crop cycles in Worm's Crossing. Not so for my daughter. Ryan's rejoined the Flaming Fist. Temporarily, you understand. To organize the craftsmen. Though she spends more time locking up comrades for pocketing aid funds. They might learn a thing or two if they don't expel her. Again.
All well and good, but what about you? I want to hear what you've been up to.
There is still much to do. People to house. A Harper network to rebuild. I may have little love for this city, but so long as my family chooses to serve it, I can do no less. For all your travels, I hope you have arrived where you want to be. Home. Whatever that means to you.
Karlak and I are each other's home in Wild Avernus.
Karlak is lucky to have you. And know that you are not forgotten. If your friends don't drag you from the hells, it will only be because you freed yourself first. But there will be more to discuss on that matter. First, I must inspect the refreshments. You'll never know. Some ne'er-do-well might have tampered with the wine.
Starion playing a little knife game on the table there. Hey, Zell.
My friend, the Hellswalker. For 2 months I trained the Knights of the Comet. For 2 more I skewered Kithraki bellies. And for 2 more yet, I traveled through Limbo. But to see your face, it brings me even more pleasure than taking a Royal Inquisitor's head.
Limbo, she'd said. A plane of chaos where you might drink fire like water, where you might breathe ice instead of air, and the home of the mystical Githzerai. Once the Githzerai were one of the Githyanki, until bloody civil war severed them.
You've been to Limbo. Does this mean you're to ally? Does this mean you mean to ally with the Githzerai?
I do. I approach the gates of Shraktalor even now.
Shraktalor. How well you know the name. The capital city of the Githzerai, and the home of their immortal god king, Zerith Menyar Agith.
Algish sent word of the rebellion to Minyaragith through the cosmos. He's agreed to parley. It's fallen to me to secure an alliance.
The best choice for the job. Your tongue is as learned as your blade.
My blade is keen as ever. But it was you who showed me that a proper victory doesn't always require a razor-sharp edge. Sometimes, a sincere plea is more persuasive than a dagger against the neck. Minyaragith is an ascetic. He reached out in good faith. This is his way. It is in this spirit that I must meet him. And if he refuses, I carry on. Gravity pulls me in but one direction. I am the comet. I will not rest until I burn Vlaakith's bones to ash and smash her phylactery to pieces. My people will be free. But you've heard that refrain before. Zealous, bossy, insistent. All part and parcel of my undeniable charm.
A shame you couldn't be with us in person. It's like talking to a ghost.
I suppose it is, rather. I'm just glad to be here at all. It's taken a dozen Gish's talents, a few stolen psi crystals, and 2 10 days of effort to conjure my projection. Worth it, I'd say. I miss this place. This... Fey Run. More to the point, I missed you. But I'll be back to see you again when the comet has risen. As surely as Kalir will forever circle the sun.
Why is the night air always sweeter? It's such a rich perfume.
There we go. Sure.
Ah,
Hey, Gale.
there you are. Well, well. Look what the Tressim dragged in. Professor Gale Decarius of Blackstaff Academy. Educator of the esteemed School of Illusion. Pleasure to remake your acquaintance.
I see Mistred didn't smite you in the end.
She did not. I'm delighted to report. I surrendered the crown of Carsus to her, as I told you I would. And in return, she cured me of the orb at last. Even now, I struggle to put the feelings into words. It was like exhaling for the first time after holding my breath for so very long. Of course, I haven't clarified with my students that the orb is no longer a threat. The legend of my explosive capabilities is an excellent means of controlling a classroom. Too good, if anything. I spend most of my time trying to convince them how much fun the study of magic can be. But it'd be easier to crack a smile on an intellect devourer than some of my pupils.
Go on then, convince me. Why is illusory magic so much fun?
Illusory magic has the power to confound the senses, to render the impossible into reality, and to allow expression of that most magical attribute of all. Imagination. Unfortunately, in that respect, some of my apprentices seem to be rather lazy. Oh, they try their best, of course, when they can manage to stay awake.
The cheek of them! Nothing a well-placed swipe from Tara can't fix, though.
And what of you? What are you making of this newfound lease of life we earned?
I found the love of my life. I'd say I'm pretty happy.
And I couldn't be happier for you. A fitting reward for the sacrifices you made in getting here. I've told my students plenty of tales about our escapades. You're something of a hero to them, you know? I'll be delighted to introduce you to my current cohort as a guest lecturer, perhaps. I'm sure they'd have plenty of questions for you.
Of course. What wizard wouldn't benefit from the wisdom my god has to offer?
Well, I, for one, can't wait. And I say with some confidence, neither can they. Of course, you'll be most welcome to stay with me in my tower. My apologies, Tara. That would be our tower. It will give us plenty of time to catch up on your adventures. I'm very curious to know what you've been up to these past months. But I suspect the telling of that tale would keep you tied to me all evening. So, in the spirit of selflessness, I encourage you to mix and mingle for now, with time enough to come.
I have speak with animals as a spell I can prepare. I have speak with dead there. Yeah, I don't think so.
Lest I lose control and slip into bear form.
What?
There you are. Keeping us all on tenterhooks so you could make a dramatic entrance, is it? Starting to wonder if you'd show up.
Shadowheart, is it? No. A whirlwind visit from Avernus is no mean feat. It's a wonder how Wither managed to bring us here.
He's quite powerful for a fellow content to loiter in our camp the whole time, isn't he? I wonder if he'll ever reveal what he's been up to exactly. But no matter. If Wither's wily ways are what it takes to have you here with us, then I'm all for it. Oh, come here, will you? It's been forever. feel a little more substantial than before. Less camping and scrounging off the land, I take it.
Are you calling me chubby?
Filled out and healthy is what I was going for. Don't tell me you miss living off whatever scraps we found in crates and barrels. I'm glad you seem well. Trudy.
Feelings mutual.
I had no doubt. But I'm glad to hear you say it all the same.
Tell me what you've been up to.
I found a little cottage. Abandoned, half ruined. There's a lot of such places to be found thanks to the Absolute's armies. I've been making it my own.
Sounds wonderful.
It's harder work than I'd expected, actually. I'll never take vegetables for granted after all the effort it's taken to grow a few, but still, it's mine. Well, mine and the lodger's. 4 dogs, 8 cats, 9 chickens, 6 pigeons, 4 sheep, a milk cow named Daphne, a squirrel who's far too clever for her own good, and a wolf cub I found orphaned in some woods.
Safe to say you've left your fear of wolves in the past, then?
He's just a frightened little pup. He has no idea what he'll grow up to be. And maybe, with me there to guide him, who knows what he'll become. It's amazing what can happen with the right nurturing. I've called him Buttons, because he has different colored eyes like buttons on a ragdoll.
How are your parents?
Healing. Learning to live again. It's hard to think of all that was robbed from them, but they're intent on making every day count for double. My mother's mind still drifts every now and again, but she has more good days than not so good days. She taught me her recipe for apple and plum pie, and when I tasted it, I actually remembered it from when I was a little girl. Some things can't be taken from you, it seems. Father's making himself useful, helping me fix up the cottage and caring for the animals. His wolf form is very useful in helping Buttons to acclimatize. I think part of him wishes I'd ended up as a lycanthrope as well. Sorry, I'm rambling. Family life and pastry recipes probably aren't the most interesting topics for such a historic reunion.
After everything we pulled off together, a little slice of normalcy sounds like just the thing.
I couldn't have said it better myself. Just be sure to take your own advice whenever you can. You've earned it.
You must be wondering what I've been doing this past while.
Must I? You presume a great deal. I'm joking. Of course I want to know. Tell me all.
Keeping busy with Karlak and Avernus. Not exactly restful, but at least I have good company.
I'm glad you two have each other. Hells, I'd be almost tempted to come along if you'd have me. Perhaps if your adventures ever lead you out of Avernus permanently. Hopefully these meetups will become a regular occurrence. It's not that I miss the tadpoles, but at least it brought us together. Now we've got to make the extra effort ourselves.
Getting a group of friends to regularly agree to a time and place can prove challenging. That's in there for every dungeon master.
Someone's always got somewhere else to be, but let's do our best all the same. After all, we've faced down bigger threats than wrangling together a few social calendars. Don't be a stranger.
Hey, Minsk.
Breathe deep, Pooh.
The smell of heroes sings from every stone in this place. To meet again where your journey began, my friend. An honor. For Minsk and his hamster both. Oh, and for Happy also.
Yes. Honored, of course.
It's good to see you too. It's good to see you, Minsk, Boo too, and Happy?
See how your very presence snatches the breath from his chest? And it is no wonder. It is just this day that Happy learned of your legend, while we gazed down upon the very city you saved.
He dangled me from the high hall, upside down, for 2 hours.
The guild should not go creeping in high places if they do not have the stomach for them, It is well for Happy the strange portal appeared when it did. Minsk's arm was growing achsome.
You're still chasing after the guild? I thought you'd made your peace with them.
So I have. Though it is a peace made more from blade and boot than it is any sense of brotherhood. 9 Fingers forbade any looting of the Illithid's fleshy vessels. And so Minsk guards what remains of the battle site. Even from her. But where Minsk might once have thrown any sneaking scoundrels from the tower top, now I tell them of you. How you ruled the wickedness within. How they might do the same.
Yes, I'll rule it. I'll be better.
Oh, of course. It is still for Boo to decide if they live or die.
Oh gods.
But enough, my friend! I cannot tell your tale if I do not know the whole of it. Minsk and Boo would know where you have been, what you have done.
I've been in the hells with Karlach, fighting off devils and looking for a cure for her heart.
Oh, Boo, do you know what it would mean? To find a cure for Karlach's heart? Exactly! Her heart would be cured! Oh, when this day comes, you must come and bunk with Minsk and Boo. Fear not, we sleep in that sewer no longer. It is a different sewer, much less damp beneath the bedroll. Now, Halfling, Boo will not have you embarrassing him in front of his friends. So you ought to know the rest of the company you keep. Will Ravengard, the Blade of Frontiers, Devil-Horned and Angel-Hearted. Lae'zel of Creshkiller, true child of Gith, and true friend to Boo. Though she will and say it is not so. Astarion, who is banished by the sun itself for fear his Spanish soul might outshine it. We visit him much down in the dark places, though he often moves his lair without remembering to tell me where. Gale, the man who would be a god, but then thought better of it. Boo thinks better of him for it too. Shadowheart, 2 gods tugged at her soul, but she managed to keep it all for herself in the end. Wait, Boo, did she do something with her hair? Halsin, Archdruid of Arch somewhere. He is a much better man than he smells. And there, the champion of the Hells herself. Karlach Demon's Bane, Devil's Bane, Merkle Ball and Bane. Once the guild is made of goodness once more, Boo shall scratch the Hells wide open and find a way to bring her back. And finally, Jahira. If this is a name you do not already know, then not even Boo can save you. Study them well, sneak thief. For the best among them will be a guide for your guild. Heroes who put the city before themselves. Who never falter in their duty. And more than this, who never arrive to a party without even a gift for the host.
But wait!
Go, my friend. Be among our friends. There is much work yet to be done before this one is fit to join them.
Alright. So theoretically... Oh, there's Will. I was like, Will's got to be around here somewhere.
Gods, I smell like a 70-year-old cinder. Withers yanked me from Avernus with my blade halfway through a Cambion's belly without so much as a chance at washing up.
Oh, so he's down in Avernus too?
Forget all that. By the stars' light and the moon's glow, it's so good to see you, and I've got so much to tell you. The Hell Hunt's no mere duty. It's a thrill. The demons I've disintegrated, the devilkin I've bled, the stories I could share. I don't suppose you'd indulge me.
A tale told by the legendary Blade of Avernus? I'm all ears.
Yes, but just the one, or I'll be yammering all night. You want to hear about the Amnitsu at the Styx, the three-tusked Orthon, or the invading Gorestroi?
Let's hear about the Amnitsu.
Styx devils, they're called. They usually prefer the frozen wastes of Stygia, but Zariel's got a few of her own for guarding the River of Blood. Fat bastards, all of them. Was on the heels of Amerigan who'd been stalking the wild hills and sprinted a little too close to the Styx. I felt my mind start to drain, an Amnitsu speciality. Bought just enough time for one of its minions to grab me and dangle me over the river. Could feel the Styx tugging at my memories as I hung over it, eager to drink me dry. Good thing I never touched foot in the hells without my companion wolf, Lily. She was just the distraction I needed. She nipped at the minion's heels and I leapt from its grasp, unsheathed my short swords, and rushed at the Amnitsu in a fury. When we'd finished, all that remained was a pair of paltry wings atop a pile of viscera.
Incredible story. I wish I'd been there to see it play out.
I wish you'd been there to join in. Oh, to battle together, just like the old days. I suppose that's my way of saying I miss you. Tonight, I toast not just the people we've become, but the people we were. Warriors, winners, saviors.
You've done a lot of killing for a warlock without his powers.
I won't lie. Losing the eldritch blasts and the hexes took some getting used to. Nothing but void where once there was hellfire. So I stoked new fires in myself using the lessons my father once taught me. The Blade of Avernus is a ranger, a hunter of the most hellish prey.
Your father must be proud of you. Have you been visiting?
I've seen him more than a few times, and he's as proud of me as I am of him. He's leading the city's renewal, opened the gates to all newcomers, rebuilt the council from scratch. And he's back in his element, commanding the Flaming Fist with brave heart and no shortage of empathy. The likes of Gortash can bend people's minds with a few chosen words. No tadpole needed. Bane's Chosen primed the Fist for a war they weren't meant to win. He convinced them there was an assassin hiding in every shadow, that cruelty was the correct answer to crisis. With a few exceptions, fathers pardoned every last fist. If my forgiveness not be tears' will, so be it. I shall forgive them all the same. His words, not mine. He still believes in the bow and the blade, but with Floric's help, he's teaching the fist a new lesson. Valor is found not in the wounds you inflict, but in the lives that you have bettered. May they all take it to heart. Go on, the night's young. You shouldn't waste a moment of it. Or waste a single drop of wine for that matter. I plan on downing half a bottle myself. Oops, did I say half a bottle? I meant half a dozen.
This seems pretty red, but no, not even close.
Alright. Letter from the Gur. To the Spawn Astarian, greetings from the family of Ulma, hunters of monsters and keepers of peace across Faerun. We know this letter will find you well. For although we hunt you no longer, we do sometimes keep a watch. Your restraint and control over your bloodlust has been admirable. Indeed, it has been an aspiration for our children who have struggled with their own hunger. These last months have been a difficult time for our people. We've protected and nurtured our children as best we can, and we have learned much. Herbs we once used to dull our foes' minds are now sedatives to ease hunger and pain. Restraints built to hold the undead now protect them from themselves. There has been a lot of pain, but a lot of progress too. Our children learned discipline and control, while we learned compassion and patience. There was a time when we would have destroyed any undead creature, our own blood or not, and called it a mercy. But then we met you. We saw that redemption was possible. Difficult, yes, painful, but possible. You saved our children first from Cazador and then from us. For that, we thank you. We will watch you still, but with more admiration than fear. Walk in peace, Astarion. Letter from Ophira. Sad she's not here playing a song. Hello, friend. I'm sorry it's been so long, but I have the most amazing news. You know how Lacrissa was working insane hours at Elfsong Tavern? Well, she woke up one morning, all excited, and told me she had a surprise for me. She took me to a house in the lower city that had a plaque hanging outside it. A plaque with your and Lihala's name on it, and School of Music beneath. I just burst into tears. I couldn't believe it. It was the cutest house you've ever seen, with a big open space downstairs and a small loft where we can sleep. Word spread, and before I knew it, I had a room packed with trainee bards from Candlekeep to Waterdeep. Lacrissa had to quit the elf song to help out. I'm teaching night and day and fall into bed utterly exhausted every night. And I've never been happier. Do come and visit sometime. We'd love to have you. Lots of love, Alfira. Oh, that's lovely. Letter from Damon. Hey there. Would you mind passing this on to Karlach? Thanks a mil. Karlach, if you're reading this, you're alive. One way or another, you found a way. Thank the gods. I think of you often, wondering what's become of you. Write to me, won't you? Please. Yours faithfully, Damon. Alright, Damon, don't get any ideas. Letter from Nine Fingers. I'm not much for leaving my city, but it does gladden a girl's heart to be asked to the ball, so I thank you for that much. In my place, except a few casks of a fine vintage that managed to roll their way down from the upper city in all the commotion. The rebuilding has given rise to many such happy opportunities, worth discussing over a more civilized drink in my guild hall if you find yourself at a loose end. Enjoy the muck and see if you can get the high harper to sing. You won't be disappointed. NF. A letter from Mayrina. Thought I'd reach out first for once. I finally had my baby. Beautiful boy. I can't believe I ever thought of giving him up. He screams his head off half the night, and I've barely slept, but I'm the happiest I've ever been. Other than my wedding day, of course. I decided to name him Connor after his dad. With Ethel gone, myself and some other hag survivors have started our own publishing house. We've only printed a few pamphlets so far, but I'm halfway through my first book. Me, an author. It's like something out of a dream. Mind you, it's all about how to kill hags, but you know how they say, write what you know. With every pamphlet we publish, more people show up to our support groups. As happy as that makes me, it breaks my heart to see how much harm Ethel did. But so long as I live, another hag won't set foot in Baldur's Gate. You have my word. Anyway, the reason I'm writing isn't just to talk your ear off, it's to say thank you for saving a scared young girl who thought she'd be a terrible mother. I couldn't have been more wrong. Next time we meet, pints are on me. Mayrina. That's nice. Letter from Hope. Oh, wonderful. I had a dream last night. Not that there are any nights here, or any days. It was a dream about you, all of you. And you were here with me. And I had served bread and jam and oats and crackers and cheeses and enough tea to quench a desert. Yeah, desert. You nibbled and sipped and smiled and laughed, and you asked if I was happy. Nobody has asked that for so long that I don't know if anyone has ever asked it at all. I didn't have the words to answer, so instead, I led you through my house and showed you all the souls that are here with me. They were Raphael's once, but now they only belong to themselves. The archive is an art gallery, the boudoir is a grand kitchen, and the dungeon is a refuge for any wounded soul or creature that finds its way to us. Am I happy? I don't know, but I am Hope, and I persist because of you. Lovely. Letter from Voss. Githyanki script Tirsu adorns one side of the page, the other is written in common tongue. Shalak. Orpheus may not be with us, but the comet shines ever bright. Breath by breath, battle by battle, Vlaakith's deaths draw near. I have taken to the astral planes, slaughter all those who must be slaughtered. and spread the air's truth to every possible ear, willing and unwilling. Many Githyanki have already taken up arms as warriors of the comet. Others have remained in their enclaves or traveled to creches, dedicating themselves to our cause as scribes, spies, and slate scholars. But our allies do not call themselves children of Gith. Zareth Menyar Agith, the Gith-Zerai's God King, has requested an audience. There was a time I would have thought such a coalition unspeakable. But with the Gith-Zerai at our side, not even the full force of the Kithraki could stop us. If Lakith is to fall, perhaps the two skies must again be made one. Voss. Breath to Orpheus, Knight of the Comet. Letter from Nocturne. Aw. Dear Shadowheart, I hope that you are happy and well. I must keep this short, as I remain surrounded by Shar's followers at almost every waking moment in my new enclave. I dearly wish for you to enjoy your night spent with old friends, and I hope that you and I shall share such a reunion. I know it must seem strange for me to dwell on such heretical thoughts, yet I cannot help myself. Perhaps one day I shall find some measure of the bravery that you did and walk away from this life. Until then, I shall keep safe and hold memories of you as my one ember of light amid an ocean of darkness. Until we find each other once again, yours always, Nocturne. Letter from Elminster. Gale, my boy, I can only apologize for my absence from Wither's little gathering. As you know, only the most urgent of business would keep me from indulging myself in his excellent taste in sweetmeats, and your esteemed company, of course. I was delighted to hear that you came to your senses with regards to that cursed crown, and delighted yet further when I learned that the orb's malingering presence no longer poses any threat. In that sense, at least, I hope you feel Mystra treated you fairly. I trust you're enjoying your adventures. I have to say, I'll struggle to picture you outside of Waterdeep, or your library for that matter. Wherever your escapades take you, be sure to keep your larder well provisioned. After all, one never knows when an old friend might drop by. Elminster. And lastly, letter from Zavlor. I hope my penmanship has improved somewhat in the past months. When I first stumbled into this city, I shook so badly that I could scarcely hold the soup the priests pressed into my hands, let alone write and thank you as you deserve. It is only when the city itself began to shake that I felt my hands grow still. Along with the other veterans sheltered at the temple, discards of Elturel's unworthy legions, I watched that monstrosity rise over the city. We felt no fear, only anger, disgust, purpose, and with it power. I do not know what oath we cling to now, or how long we will last, but we shall use it to ensure that this city will not suffer as Elturel did, whether it wants us to or not. Whether it wants us or not. It is more than thanks alone I owe. No words can make amends for what I did to my people, but that is as it should be. More come to the temple every day and aid in the relief efforts, and if I am permitted to work alongside them, then I am content. Come and see us when you can, Zavlor. Let's see what's on the Baldermouth Gazette. 6 months since the assassination of Archduke Gortash. Witnesses encounter vampire spawn and live to tell the tale. Small Sun. Tour new districts built by Elturian refugees. New Bardic School Tiefling founder secures upper city funding. Aww. Janeth House remains closed off to callers, Lady and Recluse. Oh, I didn't do that side quest. Oops. That would have been helping out the person that I freed back in, like, Act 1. Monument planned for Heroes of the High Hall. Volothemp Godarn's Guide to Baldur's Gate. Bard seeks contributors to newest edition. Last holdout cultist cleared from Temple of Baal. Iron Throne wreckage continues to block shipping lanes. Complain merchants. Oops. Not a goblin. Creature spotted crawling along Elfsong Bar, reported to be Githyanki child. Okay. Sure.
Good company.
Settlers bound for lands upriver among claims curse is lifted. Structure found beneath the House of Grief. Yeah, there's definitely something down there. Wave Servant murder solved. Hey, that was me. Ravenguard returned to full strength. Gondians no more. Wolbrin Bongle's Iron Hand gnomes take center stage. Not Wolbrins, no. Iron Hands and Gondians rebuild. City's new era of ingenuity. Great. Serial killer unmasked as crazed ballist. Planar pains. City caught in center of Githyanki war? Question mark. And lastly, 6 months on, Ramazith Tower without its wizard. Oh, where'd he go? Where did Roland go? Oh well. Thorm's army dispersed from Baldurian borders. Yeah, get effed, Ketherick. Fresh stock. An interview with the new master of Ramazith Tower. There we go. Report. Stone Lord killed by beloved ranger. Not quite. Wait, no. Okay, the Stone Lord killed by ranger. Okay, so Minsk killed the Stone Lord. Got it. High Harper no more. Hero Druid goes to ground. Almond cakes of Avernus, Elturian refugees, and owners of city's newest cafe share their recipe. Site of Foundry Blast still sectioned off, says Fist. All right. Let us... who is the bard up there? Is anybody I know? Can I get up there? I can get up there. Okay.
A beautiful night. I wish it could
Milil.
Oh, hello. Let me guess, you've got some suggestions about the music choice.
You seem glum. I thought bards were meant to be full of pep and joy.
I find it hard to summon up the trademark pep these days. You have no idea who I am, do you? I thought Withers might have set the stage a little.
Go on then. What's your name?
Milil. Though if the lack of song prayers is anything to go by, that name carries less weight than it used to. Apologies.
Nope. Failed a religion check.
Carried away there. You're hardly to blame. You just want to change up the music, I wager.
I'm pretty sure that means he's like the god of music or something like that. Wait. It's all coming back to me. I know who you are. What an honor. That's a high DC. For a low charisma. Maybe? Hey, we got there. Nice.
You know. You're bloody right. It is an honor. Finally. The scribe picks an adventurer of substance, of culture. What can I do you for?
Nothing. Please carry on as you were.
Fantastical news. Carry on I shall.
Perhaps Happy has an opinion on who is where.
Hey, Karlak. Did you get to mingle with everybody?
Oh, shit. Oh, my God. He wasn't kidding. Where's you mad bastard? You brought us back! Commander Zula won't know where the fuck we went! Ha! Oh, man, I can't wait to say hi to everyone. Look at them, the beauts. Rest up, soldier. My tin can will be all right for the night. And you and me will get to sleep with both eyes shut for the first time in 6 months? Then again, maybe we won't sleep at all.
Hey-oh. I like the sound of that.
Me too, my love. See you soon.
Can I have a kiss?
Come here, you goon.
Smooches, smooches.
Oh, hey. Before you go, I've been thinking about those blueprints we found. Zariel's probably got a load of Cambions guarding that forge. I'm sure she knows I'll want in. She'll do anything to stop me from fixing this thing. I might have an in with one of the guards, though. You may remember my old friend Flo. Not sure she'll help us, but maybe. We might get to come home. Permanently. Maybe even sooner than we think.
Oh, if that's a tease for DLC, I'm happy with it. Oh, another Baldur Gazette over here. Criminals consolidate. Guild uses rebuilding efforts to expand power. Absolute emergency over. Declares fist. Last Illithids routed from sewers. Baldur's Mouth editor resigns. Links to Gortash regime unfounded. Sheres's raconteur Raphael reported dead. Ooh, they found him. Black market, black magic, devil's fee, goods still unaccounted for. Selûnite outpost decimated by unknown assailant. Now protected by the Sword of Selûne, Dame Aelin. Head banker deposed at counting house. Alright, that's Gale. We talked to Gale. I think we've talked to everybody. But let me see if I can find any really don't want to give me any sort of speaks with animals potions anywhere around here? Nowhere? Nothing? Pile of sacks. Nope. Wooden barrel. Nope. Wooden crate. Nope. Anything on the table here? Nope. How about you, Withers? Did you have anything in your little hut in here? Scroll of disintegration. Don't know what you need those things for. Take some nice hefty scrolls, sure. Missive in Wither's hands, addressed to some unknown entity. Though you understand the alphabet, the script, and the words themselves, the meaning eludes you. You glean only the impression of a dark sun in white sky, and an offer, or perhaps a warning? Hey, Volo's Guide to Baldur's Gate, signed. For my adventuresome muse, our fates are bound, my wisdom vast. I dearly hope our kinship lasts. Deepest affections, Volothamp Gadarn, poet, artist, savant, etc. Poorly drawn map of a city is captioned in flamboyant script. Follows is the most thorough and accurate account of the city and people of Baldur's Gate, the sordid gem of the Sword Coast. Editor's note in crimson ink follows. V. This volume is startlingly accurate, save for the nonsense about the Black Dragon Gate. It is not alive, no matter how many vagrant hags claim otherwise. Commission someone else to draw the map. E. Oh, Mind Flayer Parasite Specimen. Case file 846. Baldur's Gate versus Flynn Silver. Master Silver did, with forethought and without malice, kill William Lister and Simon Simi Trint, their home, part of an ungodly ritual to honor the dead three. Or one of the dead three, the gods Bane, Ball, and Ormerkel. Case for defense. I don't know nothing about any gods. All I know is Bill and Simi were trying to cut me out of our deal, and they got what they had coming. But those symbols and stuff, and how their guts was arranged, I don't know nothing. Verdict guilty. Sentence death. Commuted to banishment so as to not anger higher powers. Ooh. Give me a noble stock. Interesting. I don't think there's like enough stuff here to give me any kind of anything I can just cast speak with animals, which is sad. I don't know what the divine odds thing is there. But, okay. Alright, Withers. I've talked with everybody else.
This one night is like any other, and yet different. Thou art the savior of Baldur's Gate, until such time it requires saving again. How dost thou feel?
I feel satisfied. I accomplished everything I wanted to do.
I am pleased to hear it. The satisfaction of one's intention is, to my surprise, a rare accomplishment. Enjoy the revelry of the day. Thou deservest at least that much.
I think I've caught up with everyone. What comes next?
What indeed? Prick up thy ears and listen. The balance of the world restored. The balance of these lives, mortal and otherwise, brought to account. Hear me, thou heroes, wastrels, friends. I have waited long to tell you these words. It is over. For now. Thou played thy part in weaving the fabric of fate itself, but for every thread you sewed, so did the gods unravel another. Sleep, rest, revel, but be ready. For thou mayst yet be needed. Until we meet again, I wish thee every possible fortune, health, wealth, love, and above all, problems worth solving.
To the hope of more adventures to come.
To you.
Ah, that's lovely. So yeah, that is my playthrough of Baldur's Gate 3. We got a little epilogue here.
Thou art the dead three. Thy faces gods, thy actions barely worthy of the name. Didst truly believe thy ploy would succeed? Didst believe I would not notice? Thou soughtst to bolster thy strength by taking away the souls of mortals. But souls vanish when their hosts become mind flayers. Didst think the other gods would not notice? Gods thou may be, yet thou hast proven thyself fools, everyone. The supplication of Bane, the whimper of Baal, the death mule of Merkel. Felled by mortals, I overestimated thee. They it not. Vermin, away. Thou wilt trouble us no more.
You tell him, Withers. So yeah, that is my time with Baldur's Gate 3, unless they come out with a DLC. Then if they do, I will come back and do a Let's Play with that. As it is, I've just recently started my 5th playthrough, which is my honor mode playthrough of the game, and I'm just having a great time with it. Thank you for joining me for this journey on my easy game of the year, if not one of or my favorite game of all time at this point. So much fun diving into this game over this year. And yeah, you can find new Let's Plays from us Tuesdays and Thursdays, unless we're taking a little bit of break after this one. There might be some time away. But if so, then there's plenty of a backlog for you to go check out. Thank you for joining me. As always, stay nerdy and be good to each other.